Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. One key stat highlights how Spurs can slow down LeBron James and Lakers. Barring another post moment due to the wildfires in Southern California, the San Antonio Spurs are expected to take on the Los Angeles Lakers in LA on Monday night. It will be the third matchup of the season against LeBron James and Anthony Davis and the first on the road for the Spurs. So far, the Spurs are 0-2 against the Lakers on the year but are only 2.5 games behind them in the standings, making Monday's matchup and the makeup game very important for the Western Conference playoff picture. The Spurs did not have Jeremy Sochan in either matchup against LA this season, and one key stat could help the Spurs manage a win. In his first 4 career games against James and the Lakers, Sochan held the King to 4 of 20 shooting as the primary defender. Last season, in 3 games, he held the Lakers as a whole to just 55.6% shooting within 6 feet of the basket, significantly below the league average. This season, the Lakers take the third fewest three-pointers of any team in the league, so Sochan's ability to slow down an offensive attack near the basket will be paramount to the Spurs' winning effort. Alongside Victor Wembanyama, Sochan is one of the peskier defenders in the league and can impact defense even when the traditional stats don't tell the entire story. Lakers-Clippers games Monday expected to be played as wildfires continue in Los Angeles. A trio of NBA games have been postponed in Los Angeles in recent days due to the wildfires that have devastated the city. However, league officials have told teams that games will resume on Monday night. The Lakers are hosting Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs at Crypto.com Arena, and the Spurs were told to expect the game to go forward, reports Tom Osborne of the San Antonio Express-News. The Lakers announced they would host a donation drive at their upcoming games at Crypto.com Arena starting Monday to support the Los Angeles community and relief efforts for the Southern California wildfires. Donations will also be accepted before the Wednesday and Friday games in the arena. The Jimmy Butler-less Miami Heat will be at the Intuit Dome to take on the Clippers, and that game also is expected to go forward. Struggling Suns reportedly removing Bradley Beal, Jusuf Nurkic from starting lineup Morar nos Estados Unidos, Apartamento Beira Mar en Miami. Bradley Beal says he was surprised by move to bench. Suns have not addressed him about trade rumors. Steve Kerr confirms his childhood home in Pacific Palisades is lost to wildfire. His mother is safe. The situation may change as the fires in the hills around the city have not been contained, but as of now, the teams are moving forward. The NFL's Los Angeles Rams were set to host the Minnesota Vikings in a playoff game Sunday night, but that has been moved to Monday night in Arizona. The Lakers' 2 most recent home games and the Clippers' one were postponed due to the fires that have ravaged parts of Los Angeles and left a cloud of smoke over much of the region. Those fires have left 16 dead, a number that is expected to climb. More than 12,000 structures have been destroyed, and more than 150,000 people have been forced to evacuate their homes. Among the thousands of destroyed homes was the one where Lakers coach J.J. Redick lived in and the childhood home of Warriors coach Steve Kerr. Firefighting crews have made progress in containing the fires over the weekend because the winds that have fanned the flames died down, allowing the use of water/fire retardant dropping planes and helicopters in the fight. However, winds are expected to pick up in Los Angeles in the coming days. Lakers post strong message amid California wildfires. As deadly wildfires continue to devastate parts of Southern California, the Los Angeles Lakers are sending a powerful message of solidarity and support. In a recent Instagram post, the team shared a video of LeBron James and other Lakers players making the iconic LA hand sign. LA is more than a city, it's family, the Lakers captioned. The message comes just as the NBA prepares to resume games after a brief pause due to the wildfires. The Lakers are scheduled to host the San Antonio Spurs on Monday at Crypto.com Arena. The wildfires have left thousands of residents displaced and caused significant destruction. Coaches and players alike have expressed how difficult it has been to focus on basketball while the community struggles with loss. As the Lakers prepare for Monday's game, they are also taking action off the court. In a show of support, the team has organized a donation drive for victims of the fires. Fans attending the game are encouraged to bring new, in-the-package items to support the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank's relief efforts. The Lakers have listed essential items such as socks, mittens, toiletries, and food donations like energy bars and juice boxes as top priorities, per NBA. Starting Tuesday, the team's UCLA Health Training Center in El Segundo will serve as a donation drop-off point. With the return of NBA games in Los Angeles, both teams hope to provide a moment of relief and joy to fans in a time of crisis. Lakers make Bronny James announcement after 9th NBA game. Los Angeles Lakers guard Bronny James, the son of LeBron James, made his 9th NBA appearance on January 7 against the Dallas Mavericks. Playing just 1 minute in the 21-point loss, James did not record a single stat. Tuesday's game was the 5th straight scoreless appearance for James, as the rookie guard last scored an NBA basket on November 6 against the Memphis Grizzlies. While James is averaging just 0.4 points, 0.1 rebounds, and 0.3 assists at the NBA level, he has shown some improvement in the G League. The South Bay Lakers play their next game on Tuesday against the Indiana Mad Ants, but James is currently with the NBA club. While James is not currently on a G League assignment, the Lakers made an announcement on Sunday about the former USC guard's status. James has been no stranger to the injury report in his rookie year, missing multiple weeks earlier this season with a left heel contusion. It is now an illness that has the 6'2" guard status in question. In addition to his 9 NBA games this season, James has made 9 appearances at the G League level. Averaging 14.7 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 4.3 assists for South Bay, James has converted on 37.9% of his field goal attempts. The Lakers have not announced whether or not James would travel with South Bay for its upcoming game in Indiana. James will need to be cleared from his illness before appearing in an NBA or G League game. How a Reddit user accidentally gave Victor Wembanyama a hilarious new nickname. You might have noticed the name Hector Banana Bread trending on social media over the last couple of days, but if you didn't bother to look up why, you missed out on one of the funnier things to happen to a Spurs player in quite a while. It all started when Reddit user Rafe_Cameron_OBX posted they were looking for an NBA jersey for their boyfriend but wasn't sure who his favorite player was. Some clues were given, such as them living Dallas but the boyfriend also having lived in Georgia and Florida, he's a Lakers fan, and the player is still in the NBA. That's a pretty obscure set of hints that casts quite a wide net across the entire US in terms of potential teams, but the last hint took the cake. This one is pretty dumb, but I vaguely remember that the player's name sounded like Hector Banana Bread. However, if I put that name into Google, I just get banana bread recipes, so the name is probably way off. As silly as that sounds, that was enough of a tip for someone to contact the user and ask if the boyfriend is a Spurs fan, and his reply of, "Yes, my favorite player is on that team," indicated that the answer was more than likely Victor Wembanyama, and the nickname Hector Banana Bread was born. We've seen folks struggle to pronounce Wembanyama before, especially Reggie Miller, who was still calling him Wembanyama to start the season, but somehow getting banana out of that is a new one, although in fairness, you can see it in there if you ignore that it sounds nothing like that when you saw Wembanyama aloud. That being said, they weren't too far off with Hector, so there's that. It was a pretty hilarious episode on social media, especially during an otherwise down time while the Spurs ride a frustrating 3-game losing streak and had Saturday's game postponed due to the ongoing Los Angeles firefighters, although the league has announced that Monday's game against the Lakers will take place. As much as it's probably a relief to the Spurs to be playing again while trying to move on from the losses and sitting in Los Angeles for 4 days amidst much uncertainty, hopefully the game itself will also bring a bit of normalcy to the people of Los Angeles no matter the outcome. Lakers notes, trade talks for Zach Lavine, interest in center, LeBron called out. The Los Angeles Lakers are expected to be one of the more active teams ahead of the NBA trade deadline and are gearing up to possibly make a splash. They have reportedly held trade talks with the Chicago Bulls for star Zach Lavine earlier in the season, but the discussions went nowhere. Los Angeles has the means to make a big move, but it remains to be seen if they will. They also reportedly still have shown interest in landing a center from an Eastern Conference team. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Zach Lavine? Leave your opinion in the comments.